you are listening to
the WrestleGeddon podcast.
WrestleGeddon podcast.
What's up, wrestling fans? It is Friday night. We're a little later than usual, but it's all good. We're here and we're ready to talk some wrestling. I, of course, am one of your hosts, Chris the Heat Matthews, and he's your other host, the Tennessee Jesus, Carl Crossland. Carl, what is going on, man?
I don't know. Haven't been in any indie shows where somebody nearly died, but
Yeah, I got that in the notes to talk about this week because that seems to be a big hot topic for the week. And apparently he's been booked to another indie show, which he wasn't even booked on that show to begin with. And now he's being booked for another one. Just freaking ridiculous, man. But we'll talk about that a little bit later, as well as some AEW Forbidden Door results. We've got Clash in Paris this weekend. We'll talk about that too. Some other stuff, news, rumors, some congratulations going out to what you forgot last week, Naomi and Jimmy on their announcement that they're expecting a child. So big congrats to them. Jimmy Uso single-handedly putting an end to the best run of Naomi's career so far. But,
yeah, man.
But congrats to them. I know that's something that Naomi has wanted, and she has talked about numerous times in interviews in the last year or so. So big congrats to them. And another congrats to Cody Rhodes and Brandy on the birth of their second daughter. So
Wrestlers busy fucking. I mean,
apparently.
Doing other stuff. Forgot we're alive.
I mean, when you got your own personal tour bus, I mean, you ain't got to worry about nothing. So, at least in Cody and Brandy's case. You just got to worry about the driver. That's it. Awesome stuff there. All right. So there we go. Got that out the way. We'll talk some other stuff, some news, rumors, fun stuff. But let's get into the random album of the week.
I'm gonna have myself.
Well, who the hell put this on? So random.
For fuck's sake.
Just pressing all kinds of buttons randomly because that's what we do. All right. Random album this week was this gem, Crazy Town, Gift to the Game.
I think you said that was like your favorite album growing up.
Oh, favorite album of all time. Yep. Totally the best. There's a reason why I only listen to like one song off of this album. Like, I swear, like Butterfly was the only. Actually, it is. It's the only decent thing off of this album, and that's saying a lot. So.
What I say that? I mean, it wasn't terrible. It was very like 90s.
Yeah.
Would I go back and listen to the whole album again? Probably not.
Nope. Definitely not.
But I ain't gonna say like I hated it. Like it was kind of like, oh, like this is what we were doing in 1999. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, when you look at, like, I saw them live too. They're at it was a festival that we went to. It's probably 2001, I think. Yeah, I know it was after I graduated high school, so it was 2001. So they were still riding the high of Butterfly. But they're performing. They're like one of the mid acts. Headliner was Stained. So it's like an all day thing. It was the K Rockathon. I think it was out in there's this one out near Albany, New York, somewhere around there. So yeah, so I saw them live. Like that pretty good live show. Like, it's just like the music wasn't that bad or wasn't that good. But that time frame, like you said, like 1999, it was mostly like it was the rap metal that was taking over, and they were trying to do that, but it was not as good as other bands like Limp Bizkit and Korn.
Yeah.
Definitely a whole West Coast vibe with their stuff. So, all right. So, what song did you go with?
Um, I went with a song primarily based off of just like the intro to it. It kind of sounded like a wrestling intro. I went with "Think Fast."
Okay. All right. I thought you were gonna pick the same one as me this week. I went with "Face the Music."
I considered that one for sure.
Okay.
Uh, yeah.
I was like, all right, this one's not too bad. Like, I don't want to use Butterfly because that's like,
Yeah, I didn't want to use Butterfly because I figured you might use Butterfly. And then, like I said, that Think Fast kind of has like the intro to it. Kind of feels like I don't know, almost like Brock Lesnar's theme or something. Like when it comes
yeah,
on, like first comes on. So I was like, oh, this would be cool.
nice. All right, cool. What album we got for next week?
Next week, we have Legend. Um, we have Are You Experienced? The Jimi Hendrix Experience.
What was the name of the album?
Are you like it's like a question? Are you experienced
Ew.
the Jimi Hendrix Experience? Is the name of the band. Like it wasn't the straight Jimi Hendrix. It was the Jimi Hendrix Experience. And then
Experience.
and then the name of the album is Are You Experienced?
Okay.
You'll know like a lot of the songs on here.
I'm
Or you
sure
should know.
Jimmy's a freaking legend, like you said. So awesome stuff. All right, so Are You Experienced? The Jimi Hendrix Experience will be the album of the week. Next week, this week was Gift of the Game by Crazy Town. So there we go. There's that. Awesome stuff there. Now let's kick on over to the instant replay. All right. I don't have a lot of fancy graphics this week for instant replay like we did last week. We don't have to break down where you can watch wrestling. So, but we mentioned at the top of the show the Rajah Jackson and Sycho Stu incident coming out of Knox Pro Wrestling over the weekend. What is your thoughts and your take on this?
I mean, there's a lot of thoughts and a lot of takes, for sure. Um, I mean, my first like thought, like initially seeing it, is like that's pretty much like attempted murder. Uh, you know, the only thing, and I was kind of telling my sister this because we was talking about it, um, because it like wrestling being kind of a gray area, uh, and because he technically was supposed to, fight him. Uh, and there were people that told him to hit him. And there were people that told him to slam him. That it's kind of like with the New Jack, like when he, you know, tried to murder people in the ring. It may be,
Mass transit incident.
yeah. It may, maybe it's one of those things where it's just like, hey, like, so I might not do nothing like for it, but it definitely like no excuse for what he did. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he kind of like I guess how to explain it. the ball was dropped by like a lot of people in that whole like and not trying to shift blame off of somebody. Like no, like he definitely did it. Like he's
Yeah.
like primary to blame. Like what he did was awful, and like I said, probably attempted murder. Um, the but the whole like organization of it, um, the lead up to it, the like whatever they were trying to do in the parking lot when everybody was drinking and cutting promos for the 10 or 15 people that may have been there. Um, and then I think it just boils down to like kind of toxic masculinity. Like when people talk about toxic masculinity, uh, I think this is like a prime example of that. Uh, you get a guy that kind of was embarrassed on his stream because he got hit by a guy, uh, with a beer can, and he kind of felt emasculated, and that kind of, um I don't know, set him off a little bit, and then he got gaslit by people in his comments and uh, other people there. Kind of got gaslit into being angry and wanting to do something, and then when he got the opportunity, he kind of just took his rage out for being embarrassed. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
is basically what I got from it. What I took from it. Yes, he's a young guy. Yeah, he may have had injuries. He didn't really know wrestling. We could tell, like he didn't. I don't think he knew what a receipt was. Um, but
Well, apparently a
it's
lot
still,
of the people telling him to give his receipt didn't know what a receipt was. So,
yeah. But yeah, like I said, all the way, like there is some blame. Like there's some blame for the promoter. There is some blame for that other guy. I don't know who he was that uh, told him to, get his receipt. And if somebody did something, he would handle it. And then I think they said there was like another dude too that told him that was like, no, you need to slam him and hit him a couple of times to where it looks real. Uh, Now, whether that guy, knew it was going to be real, that's one thing. Um, but yeah, and then the wrestler himself, he kind of put himself in that situation where, like, if I was involved in the shit show beforehand, I don't know if I would agree to do that spot in the match, if that makes sense. Like, you can tell the guy's clearly angry at you. Um, I wouldn't let myself be vulnerable to someone I know that has like a transgression against me, or I had a transgression against them.
absolutely. So my thing with this, like, I agree with pretty much with everything that you said and what a lot of people are saying too. The beer can thing. My biggest thing is this: is why are these guys drinking before the show to begin with, knowing that you're about to go into the ring with your partner or whoever you're in the ring with, your opponent, and potentially risk injuring that person because you were drinking before the show. So, and that's something as being, a veteran in a professional wrestling industry, you don't drink before the show. Like it's not the 80s anymore or the early 90s. Like a lot of stuff has changed. The etiquette in wrestling has changed. Like we're not, slamming, 40s and doing lines of Coke in the bathroom anymore. So like it shouldn't be happening to begin with. Rajah Jackson is not a wrestler, doesn't know anything about the business to begin with. And you can clearly see when Sycho Stu hit Rajah with that beer can, he didn't hit Rajah directly. He hit his hand. Like, and then immediately went, oh, you're not going to sell it? So Rajah knew absolutely nothing of what was being told to him. And then when you have this other guy telling him, give him your receipt, get your receipt, stuff like that. A receipt is not something that happens that's given out was something that happens in a backstage incident or, an incident outside of the ring. A receipt is when someone, stiffs you in the ring and you stiff them back. That's what the receipt is. It's not, he pissed me off in the parking lot, so I'm going to go in there and I'm intentionally going to slam him down as hard as I can and hit him as many times as I can before they pull him off of me, which is exactly what he did. And even said to his chat and his live stream that I'm going to get as many hits as I can in while I'm in there. And that's what he did. He knocked the dude unconscious. Literally, like, Stu was out after the takedown.
Yeah,
and
he
that
was
should have been
after the slam.
After they did the slam, they should have pulled him off immediately. Because there's no way like that. That's not like a typical spine buster or, double leg takedown or whatever that you would see in a professional wrestling environment. That was straight up, his dad's Rampage Jackson. That's straight up like UFC style training.
Yeah, when he re-gripped him, like when you see him get lifted and then you see him kind of like re-grip him like up in the air, like pulling him up higher. That right there kind of showed you that it wasn't like he wasn't going for your traditional wrestling move. I don't know the referee or anything like that. I don't know. I mean, he could have been scared of the guy legitimately. Like I would be scared of him too, especially if I'm not like a trained fighter or stuff like that. So I could see the referee not doing anything. Um, but you would think some of the talent would have maybe reacted sooner. But like I said, it was just one of those things where it was a spot. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it was a agreed upon spot, but it wasn't really talked about a lot, which is kind of weird. It seemed like they made that spot up on the fly too. Like after you get hit by the beer can, they're like, no, we're gonna put you in the spot in the show.
Yep. That's after Stu apologized to him and said, "Hey, I thought you were a new worker or something. I didn't realize that. You weren't part of the business or anything." And they shook hands, smiled at each other. Everything was squashed right then and there. And then all of a sudden, you got his chat from the live stream egging him on, saying, "Don't be a bitch. Like, you gonna let him do that to you? Do you like that? Like, you make you look like a bitch. Like all this shit." And it's but I guess one of the talent tried to pull him off, and he got clocked in the face for it too. So it's just freaking ridiculous.
But it was totally uncalled for, unnecessary. I just don't get.
Because of all that too, Knox Pro Wrestling, which is actually Rikishi's promotion, lost their WWE ID status. Then Rajah was actually booked by another promotion called Danger Pro Wrestling. The venue actually that's hosting the show is not allowing Rajah to enter the building. So he's not welcome in the building and will be banned from the event. So we'll see where that goes. And also Danger Pro Wrestling was was part of WWE's ID program as well. And since they booked Mr. Jackson to appear, they've lost their ID status as well.
Yeah, it's just one of people trying to make a quick buck.
That's definitely what that is.
And it's like, oh, let's capitalize off of the incident. Like I said, like I'm surprised he's not in jail, but like I said, it's one of those things where it's like it's such a gray area, like legally. That there's probably nothing that can be done too much.
Yeah, and it just kills me too, like that his dad was like just so nonchalant about the whole incident. Like out there making comments, like live streaming while he's bowling with a bunch of hookers, pretty much, and not taking it seriously. But I really think that they need to. I think charges need to be filed against him or something, because that was straight up assault, attempted unaliving. So, we'll see where it goes. It's probably not going to go anywhere because of who his dad is.
I mean, like I said, he's a trained fighter. Once somebody is knocked out and you continue to hit him, like, and he can't say like he didn't know he was knocked out. Like he knew he knocked him out. He continued to hit him. Like,
absolutely,
that's attempted murder.
And you can even tell when so I guess the his cue to get in the ring was after Stu had hit the spear. And you can tell, like, he jumped in the ring and Stu was not ready for what was going to happen next. Like, at least of that magnitude. And you can tell that by the way, like, his head hit the mat and everything, too. It's just, he was not in there. So, we actually got a question on here from our Twitch stream. All right. First question from Twitch. Hey. It's GZDR4Ev. Asks, does it make you wonder if this can open up lawsuits in sports if a player hurts another, say an illegal hockey check that ends someone's career or a late football hit?
That's what I was saying. It's when we was talking about the New Jack thing. I think the court ruled, and that because it was a hardcore wrestling event, that the victim knew that they were going to get assaulted, basically, and because it was like agreed upon beforehand. That's why, like, the video of them agreeing to the spot, the video of promoters and other talent telling them what to do, that he had a spot, attack him, get your receipt. In court, if he has a good lawyer, can make, the argument that, that he did what he was supposed to do, because wrestlers really hit each other in the ring a lot of the times. So it's one of those things where I don't think you'll get into being able to do that in other sports, just because, like, even in illegal hits in, like, football, hockey, the other player recognizes there can be some sort of balance, unless it's like something deliberate. It's like this right here was kind of deliberate, where it was like straight up punches after you knock somebody out. I think, like, if that, like, happened like in a basketball game or a football game, then yeah, definitely you could file charges or for that. But I just don't think like a common illegal hit or anything like that would be subject to.
I think with this, it's compared to, like, a legal hockey check or, a late hit in football. There's literal evidence that Rajah has said, I'm going to go in there and hit him as many times as I can before they pull me off of him. Like, that was with intent. Like, whether or not, well, no, because it was malicious intent, because that's literally what it was. Like, he went in there with that malicious intent to injure the guy over.
And that's the thing I was talking about, like, with the New Jack. Like, New Jack, literally, the dude they threw from the Raptors, like, he's on video saying that he was trying to kill him and wanted to kill him, and still, that
like, was,
you know what I mean?
Well, he admitted to that, like, way after. Like, this wasn't like
no. He was on video when the pay-per-view aired. Like he was on video saying that was trying to kill him.
Oh, I thought it was after the event.
No, I mean he said it afterwards too,
No,
but
I remember.
I lost audio. I don't know if it's me or you.
I don't know. That was probably me.
I hear you.
Because the
I hear
whole
you now.
screen like blinked out on me, then came back. Yeah, I was saying like, you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was saying like I thought it was after the event that he had said it. So that might have just been the interview that I saw, but yeah. I mean, this one, it's like you can't get away with anything anymore. So cameras everywhere nowadays.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Great question though.
Yeah. Appreciate the
Really appreciate it.
question.
I didn't think anybody was watching this on Twitch, so but thanks for watching and thanks for the question.
Yeah.
What else we got here? Rumors of Jericho possibly going back to WWE. I'll give you my thoughts on that. No. I don't want to see him in WWE. I didn't want to see him in AEW. So just retire.
I don't know. Is he going to be part of the John Cena retirement?
That could be, honestly, that would be the only reason to bring him back, is to be, an opponent for Cena. So it's not like, in all honesty, what has Jericho done or brought to the table in the last 3 years in wrestling besides stables?
He can create a stable and have a cruise.
But as far as in AEW and stuff, okay, yeah, so those stables did help kind of push some people, but not a lot, because you think about, look at the inner circle, who's left on the roster from the inner circle? Sammy Guevara. That's it.
Yeah.
And what's he done? What was the other one he had? The Jericho Appreciation Society. The only one that even took off from that one was Daniel Garcia, and it was mainly because he started doing a pelvic thrust dance in people's faces in the corner. So, we'll say Anna Jay has kind of picked up there too, but I think that's after the whole JAS thing. But what was the one he had before? Oh, that was MJF trying to get in the inner circle. So that's what I was thinking of.
The learning tree. Yeah.
I honestly think Big Bill and the Bounty Hunter would have did fine without Jericho. Honestly, I just don't think he's really brought anything to the table to the point where, outside of name value and name recognition, I don't want to see him on the TV anymore.
I don't know. I kind of have mixed feelings. I don't think he'll ever be main event or anything ever again. But I feel like you might be able to flesh out a couple of storylines here or there.
Oh wait, I can't forget. I'm sorry, I totally forgot about this. The Mimosa match
With Orange Cassidy.
With Orange Cassidy. How did I forget that?
I mean, the Stadium Stampede or whatever it was kind of cool.
Yeah, I like the Stadium Stampede matches, but I think it had less to do with Jericho and more to do with the other people that were in the matches.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying the factions. That's what the factions in the AEW they brought about the stadium stampedes and what's the war games thing they used to do? Or
All the blood and guts.
blood and guts. That's it.
Blood and guts. Yep. Like, I don't remember. Like, I remember Jericho being in the inner circle, the first stadium stampede. They were in like the football jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
It was a football jersey, and I think the blood and guts match, they were in like the prison uniforms. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much the only thing I remember with Jericho in those matches. Aside, no. Didn't he get thrown off and fell on that really bad crash pad?
Yeah, I think he got thrown off by like MJF or somebody.
I think so. But with that first stadium stampede, like, I don't remember anything Jericho did in that. Like, I remember Matt Hardy and Kenny Omega chasing Sammy Guevara with the golf cart. I remember Matt Hardy getting dunked into the water and coming up in a different gimmick. And then that Hangman on the horse. And that's all I can remember for that. I don't remember anything that Jericho did.
Trying to remember if I remember anything. Because it was like Jacksonville's stadium, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they like fought through the locker room or something.
Yeah, not a whole lot.
Something.
I don't know. If they bring them back, they bring them back. Like, that's their prerogative. They want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just, like, creatively, like, as far as like a backstage role, I think Jericho has a lot to offer. Just not on screen anymore. That's just my opinion.
You don't think he could do something with like come back and have a feud with like KO or something? Or...
No.
No. Come back with like a list.
Like, the only thing I can see, like, if they are bringing them back, like, it's to go against Cena in this final run for Cena. Because you think about it, Jericho was one of his big feuds too. He was coming up, so
yeah.
All right, awesome stuff there. I don't know. Okay, Forbidden Door was last weekend. A lot of good stuff in this pay-per-view. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to watch it. Did see a whole bunch of highlights though. Thank you, TikTok and other social media outlets. Quite a few pre-show matches is what I was trying to say. But we did see Copeland and Christian Cage reunite and take on the team of Kill Switch and Kip Sabian. They ended up picking up the win on that one by pinfall. And then went into going on a FTR this past Wednesday night. So they'll be going against each other all out. Mercedes Moné retained in her fatal four-way with Alex Windsor, Bozilla, and Persephone. Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Nigel McGuinness, which looks like an amazing wrestling matchup for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Brodito, the team Brody King and Bandito are your new AEW World Tag Team Champions, defeating the Hurt Syndicate, FTR, and yeah, that's it. Three-way tag match. That was four-way. Kind of disappointed FTR didn't win on that one because that would have been a nice setup with Edge and Christian going after FTR and then trying to take the tag titles from them and Edge's revenge tour, I guess. Okada retained against Swerve Strickland. Timeless Tony Storm retains against Athena. And Hangman Page retains against MJF. The Golden Lovers, Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi, with Darby Allin, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Will Ospreay, defeated the Death Riders, the Young Bucks, and Gabe Kidd in a lights out steel cage match, which apparently, well, not apparently, but end of the match, they beat down Will Ospreay since he is going out for surgery anyway. So that's a really nice, brutal way to get him off of TV. But overall, it looked like it was a pretty good show.
Yeah.
It's just hard to watch AEW stuff without having to pay like $50 a pay-per-view. But at least they made it more accessible with giving you the option to Amazon Prime. So.
It'll be on Max before too long.
Yeah. No. All right. And then we got Clash in Paris this Sunday, which is great because Monday is Labor Day. So, yeah, worry about going to work the next day. Run down the match card for this real quick. We got John Cena versus Logan Paul. Seth Rollins defending the World Heavyweight Championship in a four-way against CM Punk, Jey Uso, and LA Knight. Sheamus versus Rusev in a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed. And Becky Lynch defends the Intercontinental Championship against Nikki Bella. So what are your thoughts on this one?
I don't know. Don't really care about the card. I said that about, what was it? There's like another pay-per-view that I felt this way, and it actually turned out to be really good. I can't remember what it was though. It just seemed like it was like thrown together like this.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember.
but
That was one
yeah,
of these like non-main pay-per-views.
I'm a non John Cena fan, so John Cena versus Logan Paul don't intrigue me. I'm not a Roman Reigns fan. Um, not a Nikki Bella fan. Um, kind of barely a Becky Lynch fan.
No,
Yeah,
definitely not a
it's
Bronson Reed fan.
definitely not a Bronson Reed fan.
Not a
Like,
fan of the tribal thief.
yeah, Bronson Reed and Roman Reigns, like, you know, I feel on both of them, and it's like, yeah. So, am I looking forward to it? No. Will I watch it? I don't know. It depends on if there's a good college football game on. If there's a good college football game on, I'm probably going to be watching college football. But I have watched enough football to where if there's not a good game on, I might watch it. I did cancel my Netflix. I mean, not my Netflix, my Peacock subscription. So what's your thoughts?
The only match that I even wanted to see on this is the four-way for the World Heavyweight Championship with Rollins, Punk, Jey Uso, and LA Knight. This has pretty much been like the only out of everything that's going on this pay-per-view storyline wise. This has been the only thing that's been interesting to me. So, and like obviously you have the issues with Punk and Rollins, Jey Uso and Rollins, LA Knight and Seth Rollins. Everyone's got an issue with Seth Rollins, and now after this past Monday, the other three have issues with each other too. So there's something there, storyline wise for this, and you know these four are going to bring it in the ring. So we'll get a pretty good match out of this as well. So that's pretty much the only thing I'm looking forward to. I'd be very surprised if John Cena loses to Logan Paul without some kind of interference from Brock Lesnar. I could care less about seeing Nikki Bella compete for a title. I could care less about Nikki Bella even wrestling anymore. Roman and Bronson, I'm sure it'll be pretty decent. I like Bronson Reed. I like Roman. But I'd be very surprised if Roman doesn't win this one. I really don't care about Sheamus versus Rusev. I haven't given a damn about Rusev since I brought him back. I didn't give a damn about Rusev in AEW when he was Miro. So he's essentially doing the same damn thing.
I didn't give a shit about Rusev when he was Rusev in WWE the first time. I never been a Rusev guy. I like Sheamus, but
yeah, I like Sheamus a lot more than Rusev. I love Sheamus. Sheamus is awesome. Rusev lost all interest in him when he came out in that tank and lost to Cena. That completely killed any type of momentum that Rusev had going into that matchup and then the rest of his career. Oh.
Maybe that's the match we need. Cena's last match. It should be Rusev. Look, loser leaves town match.
And that's a double disqualification.
I've seen him retire Rusev along with him.
Yeah. Oh man, it's just, I don't know. I'm sure the matches will be fine. Like John Cena and Logan Paul, I'm sure won't be a bad match. Like Logan Paul's not that bad in the ring. Like we know how Cena is. Like even though he does like the same thing over and over again. But the best match on here is going to be that Fatal 4-Way. There's no doubt about it. And a very close one to that would have been, if Jimmy Uso didn't screw it up, would have been Naomi and Stephanie Becker. So, but that was pretty much the only other one I was looking forward to up until that pregnancy announcement. So, yeah. I'll probably just watch the 4-Way and then turn it off after that. So.
Well, hopefully the 4-Way is the main event, right?
Ish, you would think so. Because I don't really see, like, the only other thing that they would do as the main event would be John Cena and Logan Paul.
Oh, good, man.
No. I guess we will see what happens. The complete lack of Chelsea Green on here is criminal, too. So, just saying. Right. That's pretty much all I had in the notes for instant replay. I don't think there's anything else that came out that was noteworthy or number one contender to women's U.S. title. Ooh. They're apparently a new title bout. Okay. Sammy defeated Solo Sikoa to become the new United States champion.
I don't know. Another thing that was circulating in my TikTok feed was Jake Hager's comments on Tony Khan.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Like, I don't know how much of that I actually believe. Because like, what did Jake Hager do in AEW that besides wear a purple hat? The hat was more over than he was. But
he called him. What did he call him?
Like,
Daddy Little Billionaire.
Yeah, I mean, we all know that, but it's kind of hard to believe that Tony Khan was treating any of the talent badly when you look at how he's treating the talent now, and how well, it's always different stories from people as far as like how the locker room is and stuff like that. But
I mean, can I believe that he was yelling at people? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
probably.
mean, he's the boss at the end of the day. If he asked somebody to do something and they're refusing to do it, I'm assuming he probably yelled. Like any boss, like if your boss asks you to take out the trash or something and you don't do it, or say, I think I'm too good to take out the trash, they might yell at you. Shit bosses do, especially when they're paying you a lot of money.
Yep. And that's the other thing with that too. It's he said that FTR refused to work a match, and then Dax had come out in response to that and said that they've shown up every time they were booked for something for AEW and have never refused anything. So, like,
Yeah,
I'm more apt to
there's been
believe
plenty.
Dax on that one over.
Yeah, because they lost all the matches they shouldn't have. So I kind of find it hard
Yeah,
to believe that they were refusing to lose. If they were refusing to lose, they were refusing to lose the wrong match.
yes. Oh man, I don't know. I take because everyone has different experience with their job, and
Yeah.
that's pretty much what it was with Hager. It's a different experience compared to other people. He was never going to be a main event guy in AEW. Like he was barely a main event guy in WWE. So there's like I don't know what he is expecting. Like was he just thinking, "Hey, I'm going to go over here because I'm a former WWE guy, former like world heavyweight champion, ECW champion that they're just going to push me right to the top even though I have no charisma and
I mean, he did kind of have that kind of like debut. Um, but that was like the thing they were doing at the time was all their talent. Because then like they're just hiring like former WWE guys and
yeah.
like debuting them. So I could see where he probably like assumed that. Uh, but it was one of those things like there was so much talent, like you're not talented enough to. Um,
That's essentially what it boiled down to. There's too much talent, and then there is better talent than him. So,
yeah,
awesome stuff. What else? I just saw here too that SmackDown tonight they added the Street Profits versus the Wyatts for the tag team titles at Clash in Paris. So that'll be on the pay-per-view Sunday night as well. Oh, excuse me. Whew. And also confirmed tonight, Jade Cargill is the number one contender to the Women's Championship. So she is the be getting a match against Tiffany Stratton again. So, not at Clash in Paris though. Oh, damn!
clashing some. We're gonna be clashing somewhere else. Huh?
Yeah. All right, so there we go. That's the instant replay for the week. Oh shit! Excuse me. Sneezing, yawning, like everything over here. It's been a long week. All right. Where's my music? All right, Elite Figure of the Week, of course, is brought to you by EntertainmentEarth.com. Use the code FTCollect and save 10% on all in-stock items. And the Elite Figure of the Week this week is going back in time here, back to 2018 with Elite Series 64.
Make me feel old. Dude.
I know, right?
Going back in time. Going back in time to 2018.
So Elite 64, Kurt Hawkins. This was after he'd come back. He was doing like the whole like face the facts thing, and then they put him in that whole losing streak. This one there was a chase version to this too. It was black and orange. I have a lot of figures that have black in the color scheme, and I just really like the way the blue and yellow, the blue and orange popped on him, especially like since he likes to model a lot of his ring gear after New York sports teams, especially ones that he's a fan of, like the Mets and the Jets and stuff. So it's really good gear, and the face scan was spot on too for Hawkins at that time. So.
Yep.
He even comes with his little cane.
Dude, you gotta do me a favor and say we're going back in time. It has to be something from like 2005 and
2000.
older. 2005 and older. You can't just be like, oh, we're going way back in time. Like, dude, I feel all this shit because I'm like, that seems like yesterday.
Like 6 years ago. 7 years ago.
Like, yes, yeah. It's like, damn, my fucking life is just fucking going away.
I'll make it even worse. Like his ring attire is from the 2017 Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
So get back there another year.
Getting it closer for me.
Get a little closer. Do not have a guest wrestler again this week. It was hard coming up with something. So,
yeah.
And everything else going on this week. So
it's fine. I haven't been good at guessing anyway.
Yes. Get a kid that breaks it's a hairline fracture playing basketball. Spent some time with the urgent care for that. Car problems again. It's been a hell of a week over here. So, oh man, it's all good. All right, it's time. No holds barred.
So
apparently we can get cheap followers on streamboo.com.
Streamboo.com.
Yeah, pay for
cheap
followers. Fuck
that. Good.
We've earned the handful of followers we got.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's all good.
Went to Spirit Halloween today.
Oh really? I saw there was they got one in Briar Creek that's not open yet, next to the dollar store.
Okay. Yeah, the one on Glenwood that used to be like Bed Bath and Beyond.
Oh yeah.
We went to that one. My son,
they got
been saving some money.
2 in Durham, and they're literally down the street from each other.
Yeah.
So your son's
my son. Yeah, he saved some money. He bought the sitting scarecrow. He saved up $100 and wanted to get the sitting scarecrow. He's like, I want to get the OG. I was like, all right.
So this is staying up all year round.
Yeah, he's got it in his room, like sitting in a chair right now. It's like I have to be careful, like when I'm up walking through the house, I'll probably look over like, who the fuck is in the room? Who is in the kids' room sitting next to their bed looking at?
That's awesome.
But yeah, they had a ball. They had like the little subway set up, and
nice.
They were killing on that.
That's
I think this today gonna probably go to the one in Triangle Town tomorrow, maybe.
Get out to check out Spirit. Yeah, so they got one on. They got 2 of them on 15501. So one's going into where the Joanne Fabrics used to be, And then literally down the street in the Walmart shopping center, they're putting the other one in the old Party City.
Makes sense, right?
It's like they're literally down the street from each other. You couldn't put one like across town, like in another part of Durham. So,
I think there might be a few more that open up. There's like some that have like a later date.
yeah. I know the one in the Joanne Fabrics opened first. The one in Party City hasn't opened yet. Or it might be vice versa. One of them opens in September.
Yeah.
It's cool stuff there. You can take advantage of that 20% off coupon that
Coupon.
they too.
Yeah. It excluded the sitting scarecrow.
Oh, lame.
Yeah. But my sister-in-law, she uses on she collects Chuckies. They have like a Chucky that's like tied up with like a Hannibal Lecter mask on it.
Oh, nice.
She got that. Yeah.
That's oh, there's another movie that I watched. That other movie I watched last week. I can't remember. I had it. Like I remembered it the other day, and I can't freaking remember it now. But Thunderbolts just hit Disney Plus today too. It's here yesterday. One of the two. But it's on Disney Plus now.
I watched the East Carolina versus NC State game yesterday. It was not as competitive as I thought it would be. I was hoping East Carolina would. They made it somewhat competitive, but I was hoping for an upset or something.
Something a little better.
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow's a little better. Yeah, bunch of games. You see Taylor Swift got engaged?
I did see that. Do I care? No.
Come on, man. You know you're a big Swiftie.
I don't care. Yeah, closet Swifty over here. I mean, some of her music's not that bad. Like there's some good stuff in there. Some of it's like really catchy. So just not a fan. It's not my my thing. But good for them. Congratulations to Taylor Swift and the
Travis
football.
Kelce.
Yeah, that guy. Mr. Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I didn't think if there's anything else. Oh, that's what it was. Until Dawn was what I watched on HBO. It's not HBO Max. So it was pretty good. So it's based off the Until Dawn video game series. Quite enjoyed it. Recommend it.
What do you think about the Cracker Barrel? Controversy.
I don't like Cracker Barrel's food to begin with, so like I don't eat there on a regular basis anyway. I know why they did it, why they changed it to begin with, and it wasn't. It's like they're trying to make things more streamlined, and then when they go in and they renovate the restaurants and stuff and make them look less, unique, so they appeal more to people who are, if the building ever goes up for sale or for lease or something, it's to appeal to that clientele so they can put something else in there.
Yeah.
The same thing like McDonald's and Taco Bell and all those other ones that have gone from unique looking buildings, like the Pizza Huts with the red roofs, and the McDonald's with their unique looking things, the play place and stuff like that. Like, it's essentially so they could sell the building or lease the building out. So,
Yeah.
and that's all it is. And the CEO, you didn't change the logo back because people were complaining. You changed the logo back because you lost a crap ton of money. That's why. In 24 hours, your stocks plummeted because you announced the change to the logo. Shareholders said change it back.
Yeah. Yeah. I not a huge fan of Cracker Barrel. It was like one of my mom's favorite restaurants. So like anytime like we'd go on a road trip or something, she's like, "You want some for Cracker Barrel?" Like on the way to where we were going.
Yeah,
That it was like I don't know, it's kind of like Shoney's. Remember Shoney's? Like it
yeah,
was
I'd
like
rather
one
do
of
that
those
shit.
like destination things where like you're on a trip, like people always want to stop at Shoney's.
Scott Steiner used to own a Shoney's.
But yeah, it's one of those things where I do I blame them for trying to change it up? Like not really. Like I think it was kind of declining anyway, so they were trying to modernize it a little bit. I don't know, but honestly, I
So
mean,
it's
I could care less. Like if they change it or they don't change it, or if they remodel it or don't
they're just kind
remodel
of attracting more business from the younger generations coming up, and having a more of a minimalist look to it is what's gonna bring them in. So that's all. It's just a
it.
business standpoint, business decision.
Yeah, the last time I went was like for a company like breakfast thing, and it was like they took the Uncle Herschel's favorite off the menu, and I was like, man, that's
But it's funny though, because like I was going down to Fayetteville for work, one of the Lowe's stores down there, to help do a reset, and there's a Cracker Barrel right off the highway going into Fayetteville, and the
hmm
sign, it was the old logo, but it didn't have Uncle Herschel and the barrel on the logo anymore. Like, they weren't on there. And then the billboard didn't have them on it either. So, like, there are some Cracker Barrels that he's not even on the sign to begin with. So,
yeah,
just because they changed the entire logo. But I don't know. Give those racist white people back their paw. But it's funny though too. Like, I don't see the few times that we've gone to eat at Cracker Barrel, I see more people of color in there than I do white people. No,
yeah, yeah.
which
It's
boggles my mind
the
because Cracker Barrel food tastes like they don't use seasoning at all.
yeah, yeah. It's just gonna have like a um, blender thing. Um, I don't know. They used to have like an endless catfish that wasn't like too bad. Like all you can eat catfish. I don't know if they still do or not, but um,
That I'm not sure of.
the dumplings weren't too bad. They still like your dumplings.
Not really. Oh, something else I just remembered too. Um, so Sydney Sweeney was in the whole thing with her and the whatever it's Abercrombie and Fitch or whatever jeans thing she was wearing.
I think it was American Eagle.
American Eagle, one of the two. I don't know. Uh, there's been a bunch of new social media posts from the Madam Web movie that came out a few years ago, and it shows Sydney Sweeney in the Spider-Woman costume. People are complaining about how she shouldn't have been Spider-Woman, and it should have been Zendaya, because the Spider-Woman costume is black. Like, tell me you don't read comics without telling me you don't read comics. You're gonna say that a actress of color should have been put in that role of Spider-Woman when it's just because the costume was black. Which in the comics she actually originally started off wearing a red costume, and then was a lesbian too. The newer comics.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, you sure they wasn't just trying to like troll, like Sydney Sweeney?
It's been more than like one or two people. It's been a bunch of comments that are complaining about her being casted as that, or in that costume or whatever. So it just kills me because they're like, the biggest thing is they're complaining about pictures from a movie that came out like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize she was a girl from well, I didn't really know who she was by her like name, and then I realized that she was the girl from Euphoria.
Uh,
Like when the
yeah.
whole like blue jean thing, like I was like, who the hell is this person? And my wife's like, oh, she's like, I don't know, some girl that like was selling bathwater or something. And then I looked her up and I was like, oh, the girl from Euphoria.
Sell you bathwater. That's hilarious. That is hilarious and awesome. Uh, so Joey Ryan is trying to make a comeback. Forgot to put this in the thing too. It says that he is found God, repented for his sins, and is now blaming cancel culture for wrecking lives after being banned from wrestling. Shelly Martinez, the formerly known as Ariel in WWE, reposted this article with Joey Ryan and said there's a big difference between cancel culture and having to pay the consequences to your actions. I agree with that.
Yeah, I never was like a big Joey Ryan fan to begin with. Uh, so he definitely didn't do himself like any favors. Um, so when you suck and you suck, it's hard to come back.
Yeah.
but I'm glad he, found God or whoever. I'm guessing he's hoping for like a Shawn Michaels comeback or something.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's all I've got for the week. I don't really have too much else to talk about. Oh, updates on our giveaway that we're doing. We are at 392, 398 followers on TikTok. Let me pull that up just to confirm that number. As we're loading. Logged into the wrong account. To the right one.
So, if you don't know,
329.
329.
Yep.
Chris has agreed to give away a gift card.
Yep. It's going to be
Subway gift card.
Giving away a $50 Amazon gift card. But the catch is we have to hit 500 followers on TikTok in order to do the giveaway. So let's get us there. And then we'll announce the winner on the 300th episode if we get to 500 followers on TikTok. And it's out of those 500 people on TikTok will be eligible for the giveaway. So it's a TikTok exclusive giveaway. 171 more followers to get the 500. So I think we can do it. Yeah.
Yep. And if you listen to us on something else, create a TikTok account. Go follow us on that account. It's free, and you can possibly get $50, and then after you get done, just delete it. Delete your account.
Yep. Absolutely. Or stay on there and watch big booty women shake their butts to a Pierce the Veil song.
I don't get any of that stuff. I am on like a totally different TikTok than a lot of people. I got a lot of dark humor and politics and like mechanical fixing things.
Yeah.
Type stuff.
I get those videos occasionally. I get like a lot of like comedy stuff, like Matt Rife and like videos like highlighting like Wild and Out, which I guess is because I watch them like when they come up. I get all those. I get a lot of wrestling stuff, a lot of horror stuff.
Yeah.
Some toy stuff, action figure stuff.
Now, Facebook, I don't get on there enough to like change the algorithm, so like it'll still throw like big booty videos my way. But
awesome
TikTok, it was like that. I don't know, maybe I'll make the first week or so, but as soon as you start watching stuff, it especially what you watch, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, algorithm. And if you watch Big Booty Girls, if you got Big Booty Girls on your things because you've been watching Big Booty.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's kind of hard. It's like a train wreck. Like you can't turn away.
Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with it if that's your thing. But
then it's like, why is this video an hour? No, that's all good though. Trying to change that feed up. Get some new stuff on there. All right. Well, that's going to do it. make sure you guys follow us on the TikTok outlets. Go ahead and hit the link tree in the episode description, and it'll take you where you need to go. Definitely subscribe to us on YouTube. Make sure you're following us there so you can watch us live there every week. If you don't have YouTube or don't want to be on there, facebook.com/WrestleGainPod. You can watch us live on there as well. And over on Twitch, WrestleGainPod, you can find us there also. So, other outlets for you. But yeah, this is episode 297. We'll be back for 298 next week. We'll go over Clash of Paris and whatever crazy stuff comes out over this next week in wrestling. Hopefully a little bit calmer than attempted unaliving of other human. Oh, cool. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us. I am Chris the Heat Matthews. He's the Tennessee Jesus Carl Crossland, and we will chat with you all next week. Later, Mark.